Hey guys, welcome to Black Reynolds, and I'm your host today. I'll now be telling you the story of an anime series called Orange from episode 1. The story begins with a fresh day, showing four people who are close friends looking at their old high school pictures and a letter for each of them. Then, the story cuts to their high school year where the main character, Naho, gets a letter from gets a letter from herself from the future, but she does not realize this right now. She was just going to her school. She was late to the school, so she hadn't had the time to read the letter, and she kept her letter inside her bag and rushes to school. When she reaches the school, she was just about to read the letter. That's when the teacher goes outside to introduce a new student. That's when Naho opens the first page of the letter. It was written, "Hello, Naho. I am writing this letter from 10 years in your future. I need a huge favor from you. I don't want to make the same mistake I did. I'll tell you what's going to happen and the choices I want you to make in this letter." And it was written on the second page. I forgot to set my alarm clock and overleft for the first time in my life, and I went late to the school. It shocked Naho as the exactly same thing happened this morning. Then it was written today a new student from Tokyo named Naruse Kakeru will join your class and will sit next to me. That is when the teacher enters the class with the new student, where he introduces himself as Naruse Kakeru. And the teacher told him to sit at the back near Naho. Naho had four friends, you see, in her class, named Saku, Chino, Hiroto, and Azusa. Five were really close to each other. Azusa's father works at a bakery shop. That's when Haruto invites Kakeru to have bread with them from Azusa's father, his bakery, and it was written in the letter, "Don't invite Kakeru to the hangout." But Naho didn't tell anything to her friend Azusa, so she was forced to come with them. They introduced themselves to Kakeru and did many fun things on their way. So Naho was glad that she invited Kakeru, and they got bread for each of them. That's when Naho gets the apple bun. Curry buns were her favorite bun, as Kakeru had them. Kakeru asked her if she wanted to trade the buns, as he understood she wanted the curry buns. Just by looking at her cravey face, they hung out and they went to their homes. The next day, Kakeru was absent to the school. Naho was really impatient and she started to think if he didn't come to school, then maybe something serious had happened to him. Thus, they invited him to hang out as the previous letter to her said so. That's when she remembered about today's letter and she started reading it. It was written there will be a softball game tournament and they will ask you to be the pitcher. Please accept to be the pinch hitter. That day I refused to be a pinch hitter and I have regretted it after. I fell in love with Kakeru that day. The day after tomorrow, the girls had the softball game tournament, and Kakeru came to the school that day. She was requested to be a pinch hitter, just like the letter had mentioned, but this time she had her foot hurt because of the small shoes she's wearing. But she still accepted the request. The letter had it written all the information about the ball pinch, where she hits a home run and wins the match. After the match, Naho was walking to her home, walking with a hurt foot. That's when Kakeru comes with the medkit and takes care of Naho's hurt foot. When Kakeru was going home, after taking care of Naho's leg, Naho told him to join the soccer team, as you're good at it and you wanna play it badly. And he said, I will, and told her how she was amazing when she hit the home run during the softball game. Then the story shows the future scene where Naho and Haruto already got married and had a baby for them, visiting Kakeru's grave, bringing him flowers. Then the story again shows the past, and Naho was reading the rest of the letter, and it was written, "You have a lot of happiness and joy ahead of you, and don't let it slip away from you. I don't want you to carry these regrets with you for the rest of your life, And then it was written, now, 10 years in the future, Kakeru is not with us anymore. So don't lose him. Please keep an eye on him.